so you got to live. It is called Dave Meltzer Dummy Moment of the Week. And we lost Hairline, but he'll be back with us, I'm sure. He's probably moving rooms or something. Okay, so there's just so much stuff to do with Meltzer, but basically, as there always is, but he says, I'm just going to read quotes. Dave Meltzer on Jericho versus Hook, and people saying that Jericho never gets people over. I almost thought Jericho gave Hook too much since Jericho was going to lose. Jericho's putting these guys over, and Jericho's a big star. If he's going to lose to the guy, he could take more of the match, and the guy's still going to get over for it.
Can I ask you a question, though? Is Chris Jericho still, and I'm not being like, I'm legitimately curious to hear what you guys think about this. Is Chris Jericho still a big star?
I don't think he's as big as he once was. If he went to WWE, he'd get a big pop, but I don't think it would be as much because he's oversaturated on all the shows. And no, I don't think he is. Like, I guess to sum up what I'm saying, no, overall, he's not.
That's what I thought, because I agree with that. And the idea that he's getting all these guys over, like, no, he's not.
No, who got over?
Really not. Yeah,
they could have did something with Andretti, but then they fumbled it right after.
He's lost to people. And the reason I say he's lost to people is because I don't remember who those people were. The only thing I remember, the only conversation I remember around those people is, oh, what a great guy Chris Jericho is, putting over that young talent.
Yeah. And then he just goes on. So I'm watching the match, and I'm watching basically suplex and suplex and suplex and suplex and over, and it was almost like I almost think that because people have been trying to do this thing of how Jericho never gets anybody over, which is kind of ludicrous, but people try to say that. It's like, yeah, we get it, Dave. You already said that he was overcompensating and going like, okay, I'm not just going to lose to this guy. I'm going to give him the whole match, and that's what he did. I don't even know. Dave's just babbling, said a bunch of nothing. So basically, he's criticizing Jericho now. Here's Dave Meltzer on Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli of Blackpool Combat Club not being in the AEW World Tag Team Championship tournament. I didn't even notice. You forget there's a tournament even going on.
There's always a tournament going on.
Yeah, exactly. The Bucks are just going to win anyways. So what the
fuck? You already know.
Right.
So he says, I specifically asked why they weren't in, and there was like no reason. They just didn't put them in because whatever reason they didn't put them in. It's like, yeah, they're only winning tag matches together and they're beating everyone and they just beat FTR.
But the rating system matters, right? But the rating system, it's back. It's, the ratings matter. Wins and losses matter.
Yeah. So then here's a big one right here. Dave Meltzer gives his thoughts on parts of AEW feeling a lot more WWE-ish lately. Mercedes Moné, when she came out, this is not right or wrong. It's just 180-degree different approaches. Mercedes came out and the whole segment to me felt like WWE, which is not a dirty word. It just felt like WWE. She's out there doing her dance and doing her very practiced ring entrance, and she's doing a WWE promo. Holy shit, almost like she's trying to do television.
Almost like she's a WWE talent who's being scripted by a former WWE writer.
Yeah, dude. Very scripted like WWE. Of course, Jen Pepperman, former WWE writer, probably wrote this promo for her. I'm watching this going like, this feels very WWE, very produced. Holy shit, they produced a TV show, Dave. Wow. Will Ospreay comes out and it feels completely different. Now here's Dave trying to paint some narrative about Ospreay that doesn't exist. This narrative doesn't exist.
This ridiculous thing with him and Ospreay. He's going to ruin this kid. He's going to ruin him the way he ruined Omega in the Bucks.
To me, and I tweeted this out at Pro Wrestle Times, to me, the way I view Ospreay is he's yelling like he just yells like old school wrestler promos, and he's still finding his voice on his own now that he's not like factioned up to the gills. I feel like he's like really coming into his own with promos and shit, and he's gonna learn how to do it. But he's just been yelling, I'm gonna beat this guy, and when I beat this guy, because I'm the best. Like, it just feels very like old. Like he didn't. It's what everyone does when they're, So he like Dave's just like, I don't know. Dave's really
has thrown himself
agenda,
so far all in with this Ospreay guy. That it's the way it's what he did with Omega. It's what he did with the Bucks. This is the future. Yep. This is the guy. This is the one I.
And Ospreay's great, but it's gonna fuck him over in the long run. And
yes, because now I find myself rooting for him to fail so that Dave Meltzer is wrong.
Yeah, and he signed with AEW, I think, for like 8 years or some shit. It's like that is the
dumbest thing of all time.
Yeah, dude. Ospreay comes out. No, it's great. And it feels completely different. It's very what I would say New Japan without the swear words, in the sense that it's very authentic into the story. You can argue which is better. Some people want the realism in the sports, and some people want, quote, the show. I argue WWE's more sports, way more NFL-y, big stage at the desk. We're professional. This is a broadcast. Or WWE for sure.
Nobody's wearing a stupid mask at the desk.
Yeah.
Mox is all like, "Oh, you want swearing, do you?"
Yeah. God damn. Yeah, apparently they're taking Raw mature or something. We'll talk about that at another time. But when I watched her, I'm going like, this just feels like watching WWE. And when I'm watching AEW, I will say it does feel more WWE-ish in the last couple of weeks. Which is no surprise.
Just in everything, just in every bit of appearance and format now. And this set is a rip-off WWE set.
Yeah,
they're now starting to do the things with
trying
the
to get channel flippers.
Yeah, they're trying to getting the people that are arriving, like the wrestlers arriving at the arena the way WWE does. They're just copying what they're doing right now.
NXT.
So the stuff they're gonna do is gonna feel like WWE because whatever. But when I watch AEW, I think AEW. Well, you should learn from WWE. If you copy WWE, somebody's already doing WWE, and it's WWE. Yeah, okay, yeah. So Dave, all of these old fucking podcast guys are just coming to the realizations that we've been having this whole time. This is what I said a year ago, you motherfuckers. Like, Jesus Christ. They need to be the same in production and level of like in ring and like training young people and building stars and telling stories. That's how they got to be like WWE. The way they need to be not like WWE is, okay, have your crazier matches, et cetera, have a ranking system, but implement the fucking ranking system. Jesus goddamn Christ. But yeah, I don't know. Dave speaking some sense there, but he's just admitting like, yeah, to me, it's just, so I don't know. It's just more Dave wants his New Japan shit. So Dave Meltzer's reporting that, and it's what you said, Marv, right? It's that Dave can't be wrong about what his vision was for wrestling. He can't be wrong about it.
He's the one that sees everything that's coming before it happens. That's what his entire brand is built around.
So Dave Meltzer is reporting that there are women backstage at AEW who are, quote, unhappy about the amount of money. This could be fake. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, the dentist threw a hissy fit about it, saying it was fake.
Okay, so maybe it's fake, but apparently,
the dentist is lying because it makes it look bad.
Because she would run to Dave, but yeah, I don't know. He's reported. It is saying Meltzer, like they're not even writing Meltzer correctly. So. I don't know, but also Dave was trying to say that that because of what was he saying? This WWE doesn't need him. They don't need anyone. So this is talking about Will Ospreay more. WWE doesn't need him. They don't need anyone, but he is the most talented wrestler in the world, and it was a miss by WWE not getting him. He's got more charisma than Cody Rhodes, and look at Cody Rhodes there, you know? He's trying to say he's more over than Cody Rhodes, dude. He's trying to say Ospreay has more charisma than Cody Rhodes.
Look at the way he says it. He's the most talented wrestler in the world. Nowhere in there does he say, I think he's the most talented wrestler in the world. He's the most talented wrestler of the world, in my opinion. He is the most talented wrestler in the world, period.
Exactly.
Hate that.
He's got more charisma than Cody. You couldn't
which is ridiculous. You could not be more wrong about that.
Of a dumb fuck, you know? I've seen him in programs. Hey, I'm Dave. I've seen him in programs. I saw him with Kenny Omega, the Kenny Omega promo. I saw him with Michael Oku. I'm sorry, who? You know what I mean? Like, who? Like, I know who that is, but who? Like, to the majority, like, Cody just did shit with Brock Lesnar that was, you know, bringing blood and all this, like, work handshake at the end of it and did all this crazy. Like, man, you're fucking out of your goddamn fucking mind, dude. This is craziness.
Cody Brock SummerSlam from last year was my match of the year.
And then all of a sudden it would take him a little while to get to the Seth Rollins level. So are you saying Seth's more charismatic than Cody? What the fuck, Dave? Jesus fucking Christ. Dave's talking out of his ass cheeks, dude. Talking out of his fucking ass cheeks right here. This is too dumb.
They have to do everything in their power to negate Cody and negate Punk because they're the two that left.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. They have to fail.
Hairline called that too. He said that so long ago. He's like, bro, it doesn't matter what they say because it's just going to be shitting on Cody, Punk, or Jade or whoever goes there. You know, whoever realizes, oh, I need to do some shit. Like, Dave's just going to shit on it. So who even gives a fuck what he has to say? Hairline will tell you that. And that's, I agree with that so much. But yeah, I don't know. He goes on to say other bullshit. The funny part is the funny part is you, Dave. You're a goof. I'm not even validating the rest of that by reading it. So yeah, basically, but at least he can admit WWE doesn't need him because they don't. But basically he's saying, well, why don't they take him though? And it's like, well, because they don't fucking need to.
Because they're not going to be, if they match the money that Tony Khan is giving him, they will not be able to make that money back. They are playing with shareholder money. They have to generate a return on every single signee they make. Tony Khan has no prayer of ever seeing that money again that he is spending on this kid at all. And because Tony Khan is not playing with shareholder money. Tony Khan is playing with daddy money.
And so Dave Meltzer talks about LA Knight and says, LA Knight is obviously very, very popular, but when he came out and did his promo, all I could think of is, man, you're a freaking copy of The Rock. When Rock wasn't there, it was like he was great and the people were going nuts and they still were reacting well, but it really felt like watching this LA Knight promo to me completely from a month or 2 months ago when The Rock wasn't around and he's doing this stuff and he was like the hot thing. And now it's like he's not hot thing. And you've got the real Dwayne Johnson doing the promo, and you've got this guy trying to do the same type of promo. And again, he's got great delivery. I don't know. Yeah, he's putting him over, but saying, it's just copy of The Rock.
So
I don't know.
This is not going to be a popular statement here. I actually don't disagree with him on that. I used to call LA Knight the world's greatest Attitude Era cover band. Yeah. And I feel like once you actually have The Rock back, you start to see the difference between,
Yeah, like an old. I always said too, like Eli Drake back when he was Eli Drake. I always went, he's like a combination of Austin and The Rock doing a promo, which is essentially what you're saying. The Attitude Era brought to life. But I'm not
saying I don't like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I think that once The Rock is there, it takes something from him.
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. So, excuse me, pardonnez-moi. Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that. But ladies and gentlemen, that was your Dave Meltzer dumb moment of the week, or at least this episode. What's happening, Pro Wrestle Times listeners? Phil Marks here, and I just had to interrupt myself babbling for 1 second to talk about Pro Wrestle Times' affiliate partnership with Fanatics and WWE Shop. That's right, you can get your favorite WWE superstar merch, tees, caps, hoodies. We're on the road to WrestleMania, folks. There's so much at WWE Shop, and if you use our affiliate link below, not only will you be directly supporting your favorite WWE superstar, but you'll be supporting PWT as well, and you'll be supporting your drip. Check your reflection, it'll look like perfection. And did I forget to mention, you'll grab all the attention by clicking PWT's official WWE Shop affiliate link below and get you some digs now. Let's get back to the show.